Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of Two Line Music Cuts Live. Tonight we have featuring superstar from New York. He's an MC, a host, a sex therapist, and a comedian. You know who we have in the building tonight? We have MEL VYBZ in the building tonight. What's going on, big boss?
All right, so I'm not going to say what's going on because we already spoke before. You did the little intro. So I'm not doing that again. Like, this is a waste of time. But I'm good. I appreciate the nice little intro you gave. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Thank you. You know, I mean, definitely been following your movement for about, I want to say probably the last 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I love what I'm seeing there. And
appreciate that. I appreciate that greatly, man.
All right, so let's get anything there. Generally, how the format that I run, I usually ask how the whole epidemic is hindering you from your day to day. You know what I mean?
How's the current epidemic hindering me from my day to day?
Yeah.
It's making my job a lot harder. It's making my job a lot more. It's made my job a lot more dangerous. Okay. My job's already dangerous to begin with, much less now with this pandemic. It's not even an epidemic; it's a pandemic.
Yeah.
So now it makes my career choice that much more. It's like the military front line. Like they keep saying, the front lines is really like a war zone.
Yeah, it's really that serious.
Yeah.
And you mind disclosing exactly what field you're in?
No, I don't really do that.
Yeah, you don't really do that.
Nah, I'm just not a doctor. That's all everybody needs to know.
But you're in that industry there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm a essential healthcare provider. Everybody wants to know, you're a nurse? Are you this? Are you that? I am whatever you think I am. Whatever you think I am, that's what I am.
Just not a doctor.
No, I don't give out my personal information. Yeah.
Okay, and what is the scene like right now, especially in New York, because they're saying New York is almost like the epicenter of everything right now?
It's kind of difficult. And when I say difficult, it's difficult in terms of people are asked to kind of change their lives or the way they know about living, and the way we're accustomed to doing things overnight, essentially. So we've gone from doing things, the way we were accustomed to, and then overnight the government saying, hey, by the way, you're not going to do anything that you're used to, and you have to get away this new form of living. So it's almost like we become like socialists or communists in certain regards, and we got to follow all their orders. We're not, and so it's hard for people to adjust from like a medical healthcare standpoint, though. It's something that we've never seen before, and it's not going to get any better anytime soon. And they haven't told you guys all the truth about the amount of people that are dying, about the amount of people that are getting sick, you guys have to actually go into an emergency room right now and see what it looks like. It's very scary and almost surreal, almost like a movie. It's like a real life movie shit. So
yeah, it's almost like apocalypse or something. Apocalypse,
end of days or War of the Worlds, whatever kind of movie you could imagine. That it's kind of like that. So. And
when did the coronavirus come up on your radar, and when did it really hit you full pack? So okay, you know what, this is serious right now.
I don't know a time frame. I just knew 1 week we was talking about it, and then the next week everything changed.
Yeah.
So I don't know when exactly it came up on the radar, but we heard about it. Everybody heard about it in China, so everybody was like, we're good. It's in China, we're good. But the minute it hit here, it moved so fast and it spread so quickly. It's almost like a video that goes viral.
Yeah.
Heartbeat. It spreads extremely fast, and you can't, once it's out there, you can't get it back. So,
because I know what you're saying is right. Because I was with DJ Spice from Team Soca. He came up like about 2 weeks ago on a Saturday, and we kind of spoke about Corona. It wasn't nothing serious, but by the time I got to interviews on the Thursday, that's all we were speaking about. And this is just a 4-day span. So we heard about it from about December, but it really started to ramp up very quickly after that.
Yeah. It moved really fast, and a lot of us that are in the line of fire in terms of taking care of the sick, we gotta come home to our families and try to, I got kids, so it's important that I don't affect them. So it's real. Like I said, it just made the job that much more difficult. So shout out to everybody that's doing that, and shout out to everybody that's trying to, keep their family, the elderly safe. It's a lot more serious, and like I said, a lot more serious than people really understand.
Really, because the thing with it is, usually I go live 12 o'clock every day. But
Hmm.
somebody like you, I know that you're in the middle of it. So you're somebody I really want to speak to. That's why I said, you know what? Let's do 5 o'clock then.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, it's serious. It's serious, and we haven't even hit the peak, as they say. We haven't even started to plateau. We're still rising in terms of the numbers that we're seeing,
Yeah.
and the cases and the way it's spreading, and because people have this sense of entitlement as Americans. We can do what we want. They're not following orders, and they're gonna make it bad for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna spoil it for everybody else. They're gonna fuck everybody else's life up. So
Yeah.
we urge everybody to stay the fuck inside. Stay in your fucking house. Nothing else. Yeah, you'll be all right for a couple of weeks. Stay inside.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
because I know at first a lot of people was acting like it was a conspiracy theory. It's not real. I don't know anybody with it, so it doesn't matter. But people that were on the front line, they knew that it was serious from the jump.
right. Yeah. It's serious. It's serious, but
Mhm.
sorry, it's our new reality. So we just gotta kind of adapt to it very quickly. You know what I'm saying?
And okay, and the kids are home from school also?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
And how has
Kids,
that changed? How has that changed your routine, your daily routine?
um, you gotta, you're more pressed now to be more of a teacher,
Yeah.
for lack of better words. You're really pressed because they say like you got to teach your kids at home so that they can succeed at school. And
Yeah.
then sometimes you realize that some of these school systems, especially for Black and brown people, are not built for them to succeed.
Yeah.
So now when you turn around and you're trying to teach your kid things that you think they should already know and they don't know it, you're looking at the school system like, what the fuck, you just send our kids out here to fail. So it's a challenge. Fortunately for me, my kids, their mom is with them for the most part, so she takes care of the schooling aspect of it, and she's very good on she's very on top of it with him because I'm at work, so
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
I'll just ask you two more questions about this, and then we'll get more into who you are as a comedian and stuff like that. What
All
kind
right.
of opportunities do you see arising out of this whole situation here?
To be very honest with you,
Yeah.
for the people that are still financially are still employed and still financially firm, if you save your money and build your credit like I'm trying to fix repair and aspects of my life that are not where I want them to be,
Yeah.
it's a great reset button. It's almost like if you believe in God or whatever the case is, or whatever you believe in, whoever you pray to, they gave you a reset button. So we're gonna give you a chance to start over.
Yeah.
As much as we hate to use this catastrophe as a a, a, a positive, it's a great chance for people to get their shit together. It's a
Yeah.
great chance for people to wake up and realize, like, listen, this whole social media shit is useless, it's pointless, it's bullshit. It's not what's important. As much as we need it and we like it and we're used to it, it's just not important.
Yeah.
And people have been living these fake lives on social media for a very long time. And now we don't have that cover. Now that cover's lifted off because you can't you can't go out there and be fake no more and make people think, you know what I mean? So a lot of things have changed, and a lot of things, it's a great opportunity for people, like I said, to reinvent themselves, to readjust and kind of look at yourself and look at your life and look at the things you're trying to do and make certain life improvements. And I'm definitely taking that opportunity to try to do so. But I just got to try to stay healthy and try to stay safe at the same time. So
Yeah. And how hard is that for you right now to really stay healthy and safe in the while you're
it's a
in
challenge.
the
It's a challenge. It's a challenge because anybody that's walking down the street could have Corona or COVID-19. They breathing, you breathing in the same air as them. They talk to you. Anything.
Yeah.
People don't really realize, like, you don't know who has it. It's almost like an STD. Like you don't know who has it, and so people that are not behind the scenes of the medical field and all that, they don't really understand, like, this shit is for real. This is not like some make believe, some bullshit. Like, this is, hey, y'all are gonna die. Like, this is potential. A lot of us are gonna die. You know, hopefully not me, and hopefully not nobody that we care about. Nobody, not none of y'all, but it's just a lot of people are losing their lives. They're not giving out the real numbers right now because they don't. I feel like they don't want to scare people, but
It's serious.
it's serious.
Yeah.
So
And
I
how
hope
long
y'all.
do you actually see this going on for a while? Because we're in Toronto right now, and basically all non-essential businesses had to close down for 14 days. Tomorrow is going to make it day number 6. All right. I'm not sure the situation in New York, if you guys had to close down essential services and stuff like that, but how long do you think this whole new way of life is going to be going on for?
For months.
Yeah.
Months. It's gonna be like this for months.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like this because people, people aren't taking heed to what we're trying to warn them, or people are trying to warn. So it's gonna be like this for a very long time. It's gonna be our new reality for a little while until things catch up, until they catch up to it. So basically, for lack of better or layman terms, let me just and then I'll get off this.
Yeah.
Coronavirus, the coronavirus, or COVID-19, whatever this is like Usain Bolt. And Usain Bolt is the fastest man on the planet. So when Usain Bolt races people on the track, nobody can catch him. Yeah. So Usain Bolt is the disease, and all of us are the other runners trying to catch up to it and slow it down, but we can't catch it because Usain Bolt is so fast and so ahead of us. So basically, the only thing we can do is to end the race or shut the race down so that Usain can't win. That's the only way we can do it. So that's basically what has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But you know what? That's why I want to speak to you as again, because I know you have a totally different perspective than most people. All right.
Yeah.
So we're off of the doom and gloom. Let's get into something a little bit more light now. Mr. Mel Vibes. All right. How long have you actually been on Instagram or on the internet doing your skits, telling jokes and all that stuff there?
I used to do, before there was Instagram, before there was Facebook and all that stuff, I used to do Caribbean comedy. Maybe 10 years ago. It was just stuff that we put on YouTube and try to generate a buzz. Yeah. And at the time, I didn't see a market for it. There was no market at the time. There was no Instagram. There was none of that stuff. So the people I was doing it with and the team that I had, we kind of looked at things. I kind of looked at things from a standpoint of like, yo, what the fuck? What are we doing? Like, this is a waste of time. There's nobody gonna buy it and sell. Like, the shit we're doing, nobody's not really gonna, we didn't understand the need for it at the time. So I kind of put down the whole comedy thing for a while and went back to school.
Okay.
I finished school. I got into the field that I'm in, and then I still wasn't interested in Instagram and doing stuff. And everybody be like, yo, you got to get back on, man. There's a lot of Caribbean people buzzing, and you're funny. You should do it. And I was like, I don't care about social media. At the time, I didn't really care about it. Then I became a parent, and I realized that a lot of the people that are leaders, whether it's social media or music or entertainment, a lot of people that are leaders are misleading our kids.
Got you.
They don't mislead their kids, but they mislead our kids.
You get it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I say that, I mean, you ain't gonna hear a rapper give his kids the same drugs and lean he's selling to your kids.
No way.
You ain't gonna hear a rapper promote his kids to shoot and kill the way he's talking about shooting and killing, the way we're following him. Yeah. So I figured, and then for me personally, I'm raising two young men, two young kings. I look at them, I use the term king because we are kings. I'm raising two young kings. My kings, my sons, I don't need them to feel like they have to be like the wave and follow the wave in order to get where they want to be in life. Yeah. For me personally, I was seeing a lot of dudes wearing dresses and wearing female clothes and do all that shit to make people laugh, and I just felt like that's not something that we need to do. You know what I'm saying? To make people. So, as an example, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just throw my hat in the ring and I just jump back into the whole social media thing, and then it started to buzz. But the whole purpose behind it, the whole purpose behind me doing it, was to kind of show my kids like you could be yourself, you could be complete yourself, you could be a complete normal ass nigga, and people like you as long as you're sincere, you're genuine, you're solid. You ain't no bullshit. Anybody can check my paperwork. You know what I mean? Everybody knows what time it is. So I got back into it, and it kind of just started taking off. But it's really for my kids. It's really kind of to build something for them, and for them to see, yo, you can do anything you put your mind to. And I wouldn't be a good parent or a good example if I told you to do something, and then I don't follow through on the same kind of thing, or I don't, tell you can do anything, but I didn't follow through on my dreams or whatever it is. I mean, so.
Then you came, and what year was it that you actually jumped back in the ring?
Maybe 3 years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
But I just started playing music because I like music, so I started DJing, and then the name came from DJing. Mel Vibes came from DJing, and my affinity for Vybz Cartel music. That's where the name comes from.
Yeah.
And then I started to just post little videos here and there, and people liked it. And then I just try to be consistent. And next thing you know, starting to move now. So we're moving now. Now we're starting to move.
What was your first you'd say viral video?
Something with diabetes.
Yeah.
Something with about diabetes. I forgot how the skit went, but it was something about diabetes and the person being confused thought diabetes meant like AIDS or something. So yeah.
Whenever you do the parents, it's always funny. One of my favorite one is the one where you have on the Bozo Cartel beanie shirt and you're trying to teach him how to count the math.
That's all of our realities.
Yeah.
All of us have we've all lived through that shit. We've all lived through that torture.
Yeah.
So that's all of our realities.
Mm-hmm. So you find that basically it's whatever is real, as long as you could put it in a comedic way, it works.
Correct. If I can paint a graphic picture for you to relate to, that's what I try to do. Paint a picture that you can relate to, that we all kind of experience, or all can relate to, or all can see happening if that were us, or all. You know what I'm saying? It's all about It's about like building that story. It's like a story. How interested are you going to have people in your story? Like when you tell your story, when your story is written, how is it going to be written?
Yeah.
So how is I look at it, how is my story going to be written? The way I carry myself, the way I choose to function, the way I choose to do videos is how I choose my story to be written, in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
It's your legacy that you're creating and building and putting out there. You know what I mean? 2020 here, and we have a lot of crazy stuff going on. What do you have coming up entertainment wise that you could actually give a lot of relief?
Right now, ain't shit going on for nobody. I'm being a whole hundred with you. There ain't shit gonna be going on with nobody for a while. So there were things that that were in talks and in motion, and comedy shows, and trying to build that side of it and trying to become better at doing stand up and trying to do on stage stuff, live stuff, and that started to move. But with this going on, you just got to put that on the back burner and just become creative and do other shit. So it's just slowly but surely things will get back to normal. But for right now, we'll find other ways to keep people entertained.
Yeah.
Obviously, they come to be entertained. So I'm always like, are you not entertained? I was hit with that.
Because the funny thing with it wasn't until you started jumping on live I realized that you were a DJ too. Because I knew that you were a comedian and I knew you worked in the health field, but I did not know you played music also.
Yeah, there's a lot of things people don't know about me, but it's better that way.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're mysterious, people are more interested in knowing about you. When you put your shit out there and try to make yourself seem like something you're not, people think they know who you are. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody knows. You know what I mean? Like people think when they meet me, they always think, oh, I want to joke and laugh all the time. I really don't. I really don't joke and laugh all the time. It's just I have the ability to make you laugh, but I'm a serious individual. So people confuse that and they be like, "Oh my God, you look so angry." No, I just don't know you. I don't know you. So no reason to smile off the bat per se. But I've changed that because now my face has become more recognized. So people always want to talk, and I'm not like an interact kind of guy per se. I kind of just play the cut, but you can't be like that when your videos are all over the internet. And so. And shout out to everybody that's in the live. I see y'all, but this man is talking to me about nonsense, so I can't even answer y'all right now.
When we start to get back to the sense, then you can talk to them. You know what I mean? It's strictly nonsense right now. I got a round here called the Rapid Facts, where I ask you some quick questions and you give me back some quick answers. All right?
All right.
All right. When it comes to chicken wings, do you prefer drums or flats?
What the fuck are you asking me right now? This for serious right now, guy?
1000%.
Drumsticks.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Black.
Okay. Favorite basketball player of all times?
Oh, well, it's a toss up between Michael Jordan and Kobe. Right now, it's gonna be Kobe because everything that happened, but it was always Michael Jordan. But then I realized Jordan doesn't care about black people the way he should, so I don't fuck with Jordan too much. Now, and so between Kobe and LeBron right now.
Yeah. All right.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Most underrated artist of all times.
Most underrated artist of all time?
Mm-hmm.
In any genre?
In any genre.
Well, I'm a reggae head, so most underrated artist of any genre. Um, uh, I still think Buju's underrated, even though he's not. I still think he's underrated, and he's not given a certain level of respect and should have been in certain regards.
Okay.
Because of Boom Bye Bye.
Yeah.
You know how everybody is with that. So it kind of messed his appeal to the world, because he should have been one of our underrated.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's tough one. I can't think of that right now.
That's a tough. Okay.
Tough
Let's
one.
go. We'll probably circle back, but let's go to this one. Would you prefer $1 million in cash or a credit score of 1,000?
Well, you can't most you can't buy everything in cash for the most part. It's kind of hard. So probably. I don't know what person would turn down $1 million though. So I don't know. I probably would go for $1 million. Bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fucking credit score. I'm a millionaire. Like, why the fuck?
You'll take the million and figure it out somewhere.
Yeah, I got $1 million cash. You could suck my dick, but credit score. I'm gonna buy everything outright cash. I'm gonna bargain too. I'm gonna act like I don't have $1 million. I'm gonna act mad cheap on money. I'm gonna try to bargain everything.
Come on.
Yeah, you said that Ferrari is 200,000. I give you 150,000. What do you think? Like, I'll be bargaining my ass off of that little $1 million.
Well, you know you got it. Okay, another one here. Your favorite movie of all times?
Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Last book you read or listened to?
The last book I read or listened to?
Yeah.
The last book I read was a book called either A Fire in Brooklyn or something A Fire in Brooklyn or something in Brooklyn, about a white cop that killed a black teen, and then the father kidnapped the cop and attempted to kill him, but something like that. But that was the last book I read. Maybe a couple weeks ago.
All right, I have about 5 more in here before we finish with the rapid facts. All right. One word that describes you best.
One word that described me best.
Yeah.
Serious. That's the word that describes me best. Serious. I'm a serious individual when it comes to certain. I joke a lot, in certain regards, but I'm serious about a lot of things that impact life, especially as a black man. So serious.
All right, good. One physical thing you cannot live without.
Come on. I mean, I don't have to answer that question. Seriously, guy. Like, one physical thing that you cannot live without, aside from food and water, aside from the essentials.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm saying it's not thing there. It's not. It's more material. Something that's material that you just have to have.
Oh, probably a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you talking about like pum pum or something. Like come on. I would not be able to stay in life.
I knew you were gonna go there with
Yeah. Probably. I like cars and motorcycles and stuff like that. So if nothing else, I have to have a vehicle.
Okay. We're done. Okay.
Right now I got 2 cars, so I'm working on one. But I like cars. If I probably would have a collection, I'd be like Jay Leno and have a huge collection of cars.
Yeah. Okay. What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? NYPD, probably. NYPD. They can kill you and get away with it and go on paid vacation for it. So, biggest fear, probably something. In all seriousness, any harm being brought to my kids.
Yeah.
Probably that's the biggest fear that I have presently. Before that, I couldn't tell you any fear I had. I don't really Yeah, it is. Everything is what it is. But once you become a parent, your biggest fear all of a sudden turns to these little motherfuckers. So
Yeah.
my biggest fear is any harm of any form coming to my kids, because at that point anything goes out the window, and I'm just gonna kill anybody in their family for my kids.
Yeah.
It's not even.
1000% got you. Okay, two more here. Your favorite era of music?
90s dancehall for sure.
90s dancehall. Okay,
90s
good.
dancehall for sure. 90s dancehall for sure. And then second would be the Gaza Gully feud for that span of time.
Yeah.
Bozo Cartel ascended to the pinnacle of music, dancehall music. That would be it. Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite TV show of all time?
Favorite TV show? I don't know. I don't have like a favorite. I like a couple, but I don't have one that is like my favorite. Everybody gonna go with Martin or Fresh Prince. Those are things that we grew up on.
Yeah.
But me, I like to watch the Travel Channel. I like traveling. So anything to do with travel, Anthony Bourdain, him and his cooking show. I like those kind of things. Anything where I can gain some sort of enlightenment. So I watch a lot of documentaries, a lot of things where I gain knowledge, a lot of especially history. I'm a big historical buff. I know a lot. I know more about history than most people know about the present.
Okay.
So anything to do with history and any way I can gain some sort of knowledge, anything to do with geography and learning the world and learning history of where we came from, learning history of our people. Yeah, so probably the Travel Channel, History Channel, those kind of channels. And sports. I don't really watch anything. I don't have favorite shows like that.
Yeah. Okay. Last one here. The best advice you've received.
The best advice I've received. Take your time.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? That makes total sense right there.
Nothing happens before it's time. You know what I mean? Like, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you if I didn't take my time.
Yeah.
Nothing happened before it's time. So take your time.
All right.
Everything has to do it's supposed to.
You get it. That's the end of the rapid facts. Now, before I get you out of here, you get to leave your contact, any inspiration, anything you want to say, leave it right now before we get you out of here.
Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, y'all know where to find me. The stuff is not going to stop for the people that's in the live. What we're doing is not going to stop. We're trying to build something a little different, change the whole landscape of the way comedy and Caribbean comedy and internet comedy has been done and fed to you. You know how like music and entertainment is force fed. So we're told what to enjoy. We're told what is funny. We're forced to think, or we're told that this is funny, or because everybody else is saying it's funny. Now your mind naturally becomes like, oh, this is funny. Now we're gonna change up the whole landscape. We're gonna change up the whole landscape of how Caribbean comedy and how certain forms of comedy are presented. I come from the Dave Chappelle school of doing things and the way of thinking and being funny and intelligent and mixing funny and intelligence. So,
that works for you.
Yeah, man.
You ever come to Canada? Are you planning on coming to Canada anytime soon?
Yeah, I was supposed to come to Carabana this year. I was supposed to come to Carabana this year, but the way things are looking right now, that's not gonna happen. So, I was in Canada 3 years ago, 2015. I was there for Carabana. Okay. But I'll be there once things free up. I'll be up there. It's not a far drive. Yeah. So be up there and link up, make sure it happen.
Yeah. Mel, it's been amazing. Trust me, your insight and what you see on the screen, clearly you're a totally different person than what you show in the 1 minute skits. There's more depth. And a lot of people don't understand that. Listen, especially comedy is serious business.
Correct.
You
know what I mean? Correct.
You gotta be serious. I could see you're 100% serious, and I respect the fact that you took time out of your day to do this interview. Hopefully, when you come to Canada soon, you could come to the studio and we could sit down and do a full in-depth one from beginning to present.
I got you. We'll make something happen.
All right. The only thing I'm going to ask you, if you could save this live so I could put it on my side there, that would be great.
Heard you. I got you.
All right. So let me give you your intro and get you out of here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out. Thanks, Mel.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.